Hello and welcome, beautiful beings, to this free one-day virtual retreat, Free to Be Me, How to Courageously Express Your Authentic Self. Thank you for joining us. My name is Marian and I'm your host. Our guest today, I first became aware of at the beginning of this year through a synchronistic meeting, and I have been hooked ever since. Her name is Alphedia Arara, and she is an author, a spiritual channel, and an earth wisdom keeper. She offers spiritual guidance, transmissions from various beings of light, workshops, retreats. She's an international facilitator, and people from all over the world participate in her courses. She offers sound healing frequencies as a support during her workshop, and she channels through sacred instruments like crystal bowls, Tibetan singing bowls, percussion, and elemental chimes. She also uses toning and light language, which contain healing frequencies and vibrations as well. So I'm delighted to welcome Alphedia, and perhaps you'd like to just touch on a little more about your awakening journey.
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Alphedia and I'm based here in Scotland. I'm actually an environmental scientist. I previously worked as an environmental advisor for 5 years in the Scottish Parliament. And then I took seriously ill when I was 23. I got the flu vaccine, took a complete allergic reaction to it, and was left bedridden, unable to move, unable to tolerate any artificial light. And it was over a year and a half until my parents found a private neurophysiologist who started to treat me holistically with a Danish machine called cell care therapy that reduced the inflammation in my brain. I had total swollen brain, and then she got me starting to move again over the next year. I still, however, was in the dark. I was unable to tolerate any artificial light for 3 years until I met my now husband, who is a homeopath and also a Merlin vortex healer. And the top eye doctors in Scotland told me that they were 25 years away from curing what was wrong with me. And I met a Rengus who said, "Oh, I'll have you cured within a couple of months." And true to his word, he did. So during that time when I was lying unable to move, I could move from the neck up, as in I could still eat. I had to be fed like a baby at 23, but I was in the same room. Can you imagine? In the same room, never out of it for all that time. And so really it was the dark night of the soul. You know, I couldn't watch television. I could only listen to an hour of radio or an audiobook a day because it was just too much for my senses. And it was during that time I had a near death experience. I actually went into a coma and I came out of body. I was looking down on myself and I clearly heard a voice say, "You now have the choice whether to live or to die." What I didn't know at that point was that essentially I had a soul walk-in swap. So I am what's known as a walk-in soul. So Fiona actually did cross over at that point, and Alphedia came in. But because the body was so damaged, they had to give me the choice if I wanted to try and resurrect from, well, nobody's probably really recovered from that place that I was in before. So yeah, once I came into body as Alphedia, I started to hear the angels talking to me, and I started to get visits from spirit. And when I was learning to walk outside again, because it's much harder to walk outside than it is to walk inside. You've got wind, you've got uneven ground, everything like that. I started to notice energies on the plants and the flowers, essentially the fairies. Now, Fiona had always been interested in fairies, but they started speaking to me, and Archangel Metatron told me I wasn't to go back into politics. I was to write a book about the environmental messages of the nature spirits. This was in 2004 5, 2005 by the point I was walking outside. And so I set up my company, Elemental Beings Limited, in Scotland in 2007 and started to, I mean, it was still pretty ill. Still took another 10 years till I could fully, walk properly. But I started to do after dinner talks, teaching people how to connect with angels and then fairies and elementals. And then after I had my child in 2012, I was visited again and told to found the Dragon Wisdom School. And it's the dragons that we are going to work with today. So, the Dragon Wisdom School was founded in 2013. We have just launched a new website. So, you can check that out at dragonwisdomschool.org. You can join the school, it's free. You'll join the mailing list and you'll get sent out dragon information, blogs, and you get a little ebook which has a quiz in it to show you which way the dragons are going to communicate with you sort of clearly. But I thought when I was asked to do this webinar today, the dragons are perfect for soul freedom, because the dragons are all about helping us to transmute and to transform anything that is not serving our highest and best, to help remove our fears, our worries, all the lower ego emotions that are blocking us as we move into fifth dimensional consciousness, the consciousness of love, the consciousness of peace, consciousness of joy, non-judgment, unity. And that's what the ascension process is about. And that is the journey that, whether we know it or not, humanity chose to go on during this Aquarian age, which activated on the 21st of December 2012. And so we're having this mass awakening of people remembering that they are here as souls, and there's a spiritual aspect to them, and there's something greater than themselves, and they're on a mission and a path. And a lot of them are earth healers, and that's what I do. I do retreats, I do workshops, I do channelings, full moon meditation workshops. We had Marian full moon last night, and the energies are all just supporting us to awaken to our spiritual freedom and to help us be free to be who we came to earth to be. So it's a really exciting opportunity for us all, and I really hope that you will enjoy my presentation here today. Okay, so you'll be able to see I've got some instruments. So we'll do some sound healing with you as well, because the dragons, all the beings of light, love sound. But the dragons are part of the elemental realm. They're part of the Devic realm. So they are powerful transformative energy. Now, dragons are written about in all different cultures. Some of them have them as bad beings and demons. Others, like the Chinese, really revere them, see them as lucky totems, see them as associated with wealth. If you take time to go onto the Dragon Wisdom School, it's full of so much free information. I've channeled different dragons to connect with invocations, with free meditations, and I've channeled so many dragon workshops as well to help you all connect your guardian dragons, to meet the different types of dragons, to do earth healing with them. Just be guided by your soul on whatever journey the dragons wish to take you on. So, angels, pretty well known. We all have a guardian angel. More and more are now getting into fairies. When I started in 2007, fairies were way out there. And now lots of people connect with the fairies. There's lots of books, oracle cards, courses. But the dragons are still, they're coming to people now. They're coming in Reiki sessions. They're coming in dreams. They're coming in healings. And they are really trying to waken us all up, because they left the planet. They went into sort of retreats for a period when humanity's consciousness was really low, and they're now been flocking, coming through since the 2012, since we're all starting to wake up, because they are really key allies to help us in breaking free of the limitations that we are putting ourselves under. So what can a limitation be that might be stopping you living your life the happiest way, the most joyous way, living your life in true soul freedom? Conditioning. We're all conditioned as humans. We are born through these veils of illusion. So, these new children that are coming onto the planet, the ones who are born after the 21-12-12 shift, they're coming through much less dense veils. So they're not coming in with the fear patterning and the programming that those of us who are older than that have had to navigate our way through. They're coming in without the karma. They're coming in with remembering that they've got elemental guides, that the elementals are real, that star beings exist, that there's whole different realms and dimensions out there we can connect with. And even science is picking up on that now. I read an article on the BBC about how this astronauts who go up to the space station, they all believe in alien intelligences, and because they're up there getting a perspective on how small Earth is in the vast galaxy that is our universe. And so one of my favorite types of dragons to work with are actually the galactic dragons. The galactic dragons of Sirius, of Venus, of Arcturus. There's so many different types of them that we can connect with. But, I always follow your path is always my guidance. I followed my path. I listened to the intuition and the guidance that the angels gave me, that wasn't to go back to my high-powered job in politics. I was to actually set up a mind, body and spirit company. And now I've got customers in 60 countries around the world. I get hundreds of people, thousands of people do my courses. People come from all over the world to come on personal retreats with me. So I followed their guidance, and it's working out. So it's the same for us, same for me, for you all as well. It's about finding us, finding our path, finding who we are. And dragons are really good for that, because they will burn through, they will dissolve away, they will release anything in your life that is inauthentic, anything that is taking you out of your soul power, any body as well that is taking you out of your soul power. And so I thought today we could work with the dragons on a bit of soul freedom for you, and let them speak to you about what soul freedom actually is. I've done some workshops on this with the angels in the past. All my workshops are recorded. People book in advance. I call everybody's name in at the start, so sometimes we can have over 100 people, because we're all multidimensional. So even if you're not physically here in the space with me, as a lot of people are when they physically come to the course, but astral part of you is getting the healing then, and we send the recording out, or I do live Zooms like this as well. So a lot of that's done through my Elemental Beings website. The Dragon Wisdom School is just for dragons, which is who we're working with. But if you're interested in any of the other beings I've talked about, the star beings, the fairies, the elementals, I've got lots of free information. I mean, I see myself as an education provider, so there's lots of free articles, information about different deities. And my first book, Messages from Nature's Guardians, that's still available. I also have written a book about unicorns. So I'm writing the dragon book at the moment. It's been a bit of a slow process because I've been so busy, but this dragon book will be birthed some point this year too. But there's lots of information you can find all about working with dragons, if this is a new concept for you, on the dragonwisdomschool.org website. So I thought today we could start with just taking time to tune into the dragons, to maybe connect with your guardian dragon to start with. Then I'll do a live channeling for you of the dragons, see what they wish to say for us as a group. And then I'll introduce you to my big 10-inch dragon skull Anka, who does one-to-one healing sessions. And then I channel personal message that she's bringing through about what happened in the healing. So this morning I was sitting doing 30 of the dragon messages to get through this morning, because they're very popular and they're very powerful. I also have big crystal skulls that people work with me to help free them from fears, past life traumas, other people influencing them, ancestral patterning, what you've inherited as conditioning from your parents, maybe just beliefs that you've taken on from society, to see what is affecting you. You'll all be on different stages of your path, different stages of consciousness. And the dragons have been key allies and tools in me working with them, particularly for abundance. They're great for dissolving away any abundance blocks. I've got a Dragons of Abundance workshop. They're great to help you with your love life as well. Every month I do a different dragon workshop. So this month it'll be a Lemurian dragon. Last month it was the Dragons of Love. So it was Valentine's, of course. So if you're looking to find a partner, or you're looking to split up a relationship, or if you're looking to just love yourself more fully, you can call on these beautiful Dragons of Love, and they will come in and just transmute away any energy that is stopping you moving forward on your path of light at this time. So you know, there is really no task too big or too small that the dragons won't help you with. They are also like angels. They have to adhere to our free will, so they have to get permission from us. So I think we'll start with doing a little invocation. There's lots of invocations up on the website that you can pick to do anytime, but I'll just channel one now. I'll say it slowly so you can repeat in your head after me, and we can invoke the dragons, ask them to come around us and connect with us. Okay, so when you're ready, I'm just going to get you to close your eyes and just take a deep breath. Center your energy, call your guides of wisdom around you. We just ask that we're all cloaked in a beautiful ball of white, pure, divine light. And now we're going to invoke the dragons. You can say this silently in your head, or you can say it out loud after me if you wish. I call upon the wisdom of the dragon realm to be with me now. I ask for your guidance, healing, and support as I move forward with ease into soul freedom. I am ready to release any energies, any thought forms, any emotions, beliefs, ancestral patterning, past life trauma that is affecting me and lowering my frequency, stopping me moving into true soul freedom of expression. I am ready to be honored as a divine light being, and I am ready to work with the dragons in all ways. Blessed be. So now just feeling the presence of the dragon consciousness coming around you. Taking your awareness up to the top of your head. Asking for your crown chakra to open. Connecting you to divine source light. Feeling the beautiful light of the divine flooding down through your system. Energizing you, elevating you, and connecting you to divine source wisdom. Taking your awareness down to the soles of your feet. See, feel, sense, notice two beautiful golden roots of light. Burrowing down now. Down, 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 down. Deep into the center of Mother Earth. As your roots reach the centre of Mother Earth, they spread out now like the roots of an old oak tree, grounding you, anchoring you, and connecting you to Mother Earth's loving wisdom. Feel her nurture, feel her support as you draw the energy up, 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 up into your heart center once again. Now we ask the dragons to dissolve away any hooks and cords of others that are affecting us, and also to remove any spirit attachments, soul parts and soul fragments that are not our own. And as we give the dragons permission now to aid us and help us on the path to soul freedom, we ask to clearly see, hear, know, and feel psychic information and guidance. So we ask for our sixth sense to open up fully. For we're all psychic beings. It's just remembering that fact. And now if you have any personal healing you wish to ask the dragons to help you with at this point, you can do so now. Just tell them in your head, for they are conscious and telepathic and can hear your call. Just feel the energy coming around you. You know the dragons are with you. You can ask for a dragon guide to come forward and make itself known. Perhaps they'll give you a name. Perhaps they'll give you a message. And when you're ready, feeling prepared for your spiritual work today, you can open your eyes and come back round into your sacred space. Okay. So maybe I should have asked you to grab a bit of paper. Maybe you want to grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we'll do a bit of work with the dragons, with helping you to realise, you know, the blocks that are coming up for you in your life. And we can start to work with the dragons to dissolve these blocks and see if you're ready to really bring the changes in your life to move further on your ascension path. So I'll give you a moment to grab yourself a piece of paper and pen. I will say I'm going to channel your meditation. If you've got headphones, Zoom sometimes distorts the frequency of the singing bowls. It depends how good your computer equipment is. So if you're just listening to sound healing and workshops through a normal computer's audio, or a phone's even worse for distortion, you might hear interference and crackling, which will be less if you put headphones on, or better still, hook up to a proper speaker to have a full, you know, sound immersion experience. There's just some tips to get the most out of your experiences. But so what we're going to do now is what I call in workshops a self-realization exercise. And that is when you are just allowing yourself to become conscious, with the help of the dragons, to what your blocks are. Because sometimes we don't know, because we don't actually take the time to know. So I thought that if the focus of this is about soul freedom, maybe you just want to take a moment to really connect into your heart and to just go deep in there and just see what wisdom your heart wants to bring you, or the dragons want to bring you, about what is blocking you feeling totally free as a soul. Okay. So it'll be different for everybody. For some people, it might be money issues. You can't do your spiritual work, you don't have enough money. Might be your belief. Maybe it's fear or embarrassment or don't know how. Maybe it is health. Maybe it's family. Maybe you just don't have time because you're so busy. Just everybody's unique. Everybody is different. But just take a moment to write down what's coming up for you on that topic. So I'm just going to tune in myself. I like to run really experiential workshops. So people come and we interact. I get them talking to me and feeding back. That's what makes my workshops more unique. And people say it's like, it's like they're there because I'm really supporting everybody through it. So, for me, when I tune in, your blocks can be different every day. So it's always good to do check-ins. So what is my block to soul freedom at the moment? And there are layers. What's coming up for me? Okay, so what's coming up for me is health at the moment. So I'm a pretty well person, but with the ascension process, I've got things coming up, nothing major, but just little aches and pains that are causing me to think, okay, I'll need to look at my digestion, look at X, Y, and Z. Because if you're not healthy and vibrant and energized, then that is limiting, So for me, it is I'm having to change my diet. I had a pretty good diet anyway, but I'm having to change my diet. I've cut dairy out completely now, doing all lots of things like that. It's good, it's positive, but it is still for me a work in progress, something I have to keep going with. So don't see your blocks as a bad thing. See them just as, oh great, that's the next thing I can improve in my life. I see blocks as areas to improve rather than a negative experience. It's just about identifying, okay, there's a bit of fear there. Do I want to hold on to that fear? No, I don't. Will I get the dragons to come in? Yes, I will. So I don't know if anything came up you want to share as part of this, Marian, for you, your blocks.
I've also had health things over the last couple of days. I had to take to my bed last night because it just felt really intense. I don't know,
Yeah,
things
full moon
going on
energy.
around the stomach area.
Yeah, same as me, digestion. So yeah.
Very
So
much
that's
so.
that's really interesting. That tends to happen as well. We go through waves of things that people are dealing with, So health wise, grief is a big thing at the moment that's coming up for a lot of people in the first part of 2020. So, lots of people go through the same process because it's just how we're responding to these new earth templates. What's happened is Gaia has upgraded her Earth template at the last winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, summer, of course, in the southern. And she's upgraded them, which means her frequency is higher, and that means we have to be cleaner. We have to vibrate higher, which is why I wear my crystals. I wear this one's shungite to stop the EMFs. I'm wearing garnet today because I had a healing yesterday, and I was told garnet would be good. Very grounding garnet as well. But I've got lots of crystals in my pockets. There's this virus that's going around the world just now. So the green, the heart crystals, chrysoprase, really good crystal to be carrying just now while this virus is playing out. I've also got some indigo gabrielle, which is mystic merlinite, because I did a Merlin workshop last night. So, carrying crystals will really help you with your raising your vibration and helping to move out of this sort of density place that we've all been in up till this point. So what do you do when you get your blocks? Well, one of the tools I work with the dragons are the crystal dragon skulls. Now they come in different sizes. I've got lots of beautiful hand carved ones that get carved in different crystals up on the shop from 3-inch size to 6-inch size, but we're going to work today with my big skull. She's pretty heavy. She's the only one in the world because I had her carved specially, and she is her name is Anka, and she is made of Scottish serpentine. So this is Anka here. Whew. As you can see, she's 10.5 inch. She is my largest dragon. And she is serpentine is all about heart healing. It's all about abundance. It's a very calming stone, and it's the same vein that runs up through Iona, through the famous Iona greenstone. So for a while, I had lots of these dragons. I got a whole pile of them carved, and they just flew out the door. So you can't get them anymore at the moment. There are no more serpentine dragons. But Anka does one-to-one healings. She does hour healings. You can book your slot on the website to have a healing with her. So I thought you might all like to have a nice dragon healing. You've identified some blocks, and she will come through and help you dissolve them. So what to know about the dragons is the dragon head with the skulls, they have an etheric body that you just can't see. So it's still crystalline, it's just not in solid crystal form. And the dragon skulls are they're different to the crystal skull conclave, the famous skulls of Atlantis, because they are always resident in their crystal. Like they stay there. They're a consciousness in your house. They're a consciousness that you can, have present. So even if your dragon is just sat on your bedside table, it will be working on you. Or if you have it in your handbag or take it out earth healing, it's conscious, it's working, it's a conscious being. So I thought we could all take a moment to connect with Anka and get yourself a healing. So this will be about 5-minute, 10-minute healing. Depends how long she wants to run. I do a lot of these on my Facebook Live, so you can follow the Dragon Wisdom School on Facebook, or I do my lives on my Alphedia Arara Kensington profile page on Facebook. So if you friend me on there, you'll be notified when I'm doing live sessions. And also on Instagram, I'm Alphedia Arara channel on Instagram. I don't do Twitter so much. I'm elemental beings on there, so you're better connecting with me through Facebook or through Instagram if you want to take part in my live sessions where I work with a lot of the dragons that are in the shop. Usually they find their homes that way. They usually I know of when they're going to want to find their homes. They say, can I have a Facebook Live tonight? And they're gone by the end of the healing to their new home, which is part of my mission as well, is to help people connect with the crystal kingdom. So we're going to work with Anka now. So she is going to, when you are ready, connect from her horn, her third eye, with your third eye. So you might want to tap your third eye in the center of your forehead to get you prepared. She is pretty heavy, so I will sit with her on my lap, but you should be able to see how huge she is and powerful she is. So you just set your intention for the healing from her and you close your eyes. Just taking your awareness to your breath again as Anka now connects into all of your consciousness. Obviously you are watching this at a later date, so we're going forward in time. Time is just an illusion. And as she's connecting in with everybody now, you maybe start to notice your breath starting to slow, connecting in with the soothing, calming energies of Scottish serpentine. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I am Anka. 'Tis with honour and joy I come forth to connect with you all. This is a very exciting time to be on earth. 'Tis a time for great soul expansion. It is a time for liberation and freedom. And you are all on that path of movement out of the density of third dimensional reality, of duality, of right, wrong, fear, anger, envy, grief, jealousy, loss, all those lower vibratory states of being. There is no time for these now. As your ego shadow self starts to diminish, as you start to move into the heart, and I am a heart healing dragon. In this transmission now, I'm going to work on opening up your heart chakras more fully. I'm going to work on helping you break free of any inner prisons of your mind's creation. I am going to help you now liberate in whatever way you wish to experience liberation. Know, dear ones, that you are very blessed. You are safe. So allow your soul to receive this profound healing now. I begin. Okay, so Anka's now starting to finish her transmission of healing with you. Finish up whatever work you are doing with her. When you're ready, your eyes will open and you'll come back round in to your sacred space. Thank you, Anka. For me, that was very clairsentient. It was all sort of feelings, and I could feel the energy shifting and moving through. I don't know how you find it, Marian.
Found it very strong around the third eye. I was
Yeah, so
asking for the physical healing, but also around connection as well, because I have skin issues, and I think it's all to do with connection. A lot of toxicity coming out, but yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I'm on the detox path now. My husband just did my live blood analysis this week. He was a bit like, "Oh dear, we need to start an action plan." I was like, sometimes living with somebody that's access to all this medical stuff, it's good to see how toxic your blood can be. But yeah, flushing everything out. So that's a good point. Have water after healing everybody. So maybe grab yourself a glass of water, add a little drink there, and just because you don't be under any illusion of how powerful this is. I know dragons are not in most people's consciousness. This type of healing isn't in most people's consciousness, but they are so powerful, the dragons. And if you get any headaches, just put a pinch of sea salt in your water. Salt as you can take it. Make sure it's sea salt though, not table salt, because sea salt's got all the minerals in it, and it'll just rehydrate your brain going forward. But just going to have a little spray. This is one of the essences I use. This is a water dragon essence. I have the whole set. My friend Karina makes these beautiful ones. It just clears the energy a bit. So working with sprays is a good way to connect with the dragons as well. So I've been told by them, I'm going to take you on a little meditation now. With the dragons, so we'll call it the dragon liberation meditation. So I'm going to channel it live. I don't know what we'll be doing, but the dragons will help us to go on a journey with them. So what they're going to do is they're going to take you to meet a type of dragon that really wants to work with you to help you in your life going forward. So that could be earth dragons, air dragons, water dragons, metal dragons, Atlantean dragons, all the host of dragons that might come forward for you. So this will just be a little 10-minute meditation, and then at the end we'll do a little bit of grounding, and then if there's any questions Marian wants to ask me, I can answer. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed your little dragon freedom journey so far. So I'm going to play maybe some of the crystal singing bowls to let you hear them. I've got a rain stick, percussion, got the chimes. So I just channel the instruments as well for the sound healing. I was a sound healer in Egypt in the temple of Matt, so I did all my sound healing then, and then one of my dear friends, she runs a sound school in Scotland, so I've done training courses with her to be a sound healer this time round again. So the way the singing bowls work is their sound, it's all about shifting stuck vibrations. So again, you can have a big detox after an experience like a meditation, but it won't be a long meditation, just a little one, so you can, listen to it as often as you like. And one of the short ones, sometimes it's nice to just do a 5-10 minute meditation before you go to sleep. A lot of my meditations are an hour or 45 minutes. Sometimes I just want a little short one to do to help me balance and realign. So we'll see what the dragons want to guide us through today with. So when you're ready, if you just want to close your eyes again, we'll start with the heart chakra crystal singing bowl. So we invoke and call upon the presence of the dragon realm to be with us now. We ask you come forward to help us, liberate us into soul freedom, which is the theme of this webinar today. Starting to feel, sense, notice dragon energy coming around you. We ask for your chakras to be opened, the spinning vortexes of light, and for your meridian pathways to be cleared. Noticing a beautiful green light, the light of healing coming around you. And soon you become aware of dragons flocking to you. Notice where you are. Are you high up on top of a hill? Are you floating on a cloud? Are you in a river? Are you in the sea? In the forest? Maybe you're with the sand dragons of the desert, or deep in the earth with the metal dragons. Maybe you're in a crystal cavern with the crystalline dragons. Or up in the stars with the galactic dragons. Just allow yourself to be wherever you are taken by the dragon realm now. Once you're feeling confident and settled, perhaps a dragon comes forward to meet you now. You ask this dragon its name. What type of dragon it is. You ask why that type of dragon has come forward to help you at this point. Receive the information through visions, feelings, or clairaudiently through your healing. And as your healing opens up spiritually, the dragons find it easier to communicate with you. They now say, we want to take you on a journey that will help you feel freer and be freer on your earth walk. So you let the dragons take you on whatever soul liberating journey they wish to take you on now. Maybe they're going to heal you with their colourful dragon breath. Maybe they're going to give you an initiation and attunement. Maybe they're going to take you to meet other dragon guides. Just allow yourself to surrender to the journey and connect with them in the highest and best way for your own soul today. Greetings, we are the Dragon Consciousness. We see within you all the bright light of your soul. Yet, we see within some of you a cloak of hiding. We offer now to dissolve any cloaks of hiding that are stopping you fully expressing the soul that you are and you have come forward to be. You allow the dragons now to remove these cloaks that you wish to shed, allowing you to become freer, vibrate higher, and to have clearer knowing and understanding of who you are and your path ahead. You see the dragons handing you a gift now, a gift for your soul. Maybe a crystal, maybe a feather, Maybe a scroll with information for you from the dragons. About your path ahead as a soul, why you are here, for you're all here on a mission. Majority of you will be earth healers. If you're drawn to work with the dragon realm, and you can ask the dragons now to give you an earth healing role. Allow yourself to receive this information with ease. As the dragons do the energy clearing work that you are asking for now in order to heal and support them. They say what you can do to support the dragon realm. In their roles on the earth, perhaps they ask you to recycle more, to reduce your carbon footprint, buy less plastic, to go out to the ley lines and the power centres and to activate them energetically through your visions and your meditations and your earth healing abilities. Perhaps you're here to care for animals, heal people. Just ask them to give you an insight now into your mission and your path ahead. As we ask for a dragon blessing for each of us now. Foriania kiasialia, furunu pariatisiae, hoshiakania luakia, furiatia moriahe, horiakahasia holua, marianie, hofakasitu, shimahiha, frokihe. Just allow that dragon blessing to reverberate around your energy field. And take it with you in your heart going forward, knowing you're always protected now by the dragon realm, always loved by the dragon realm and always supported by the dragon realm, who have now become your alloys and guides. So when you're ready, you thank them. And you slowly allow yourself to come back round out of the dragon realm and into your physical body once again, allowing yourself to integrate and ground once again with your beautiful roots of light deep, deep down into the earth. Opening your eyes when you feel ready to come back round now. So maybe you want to write down who the dragons were that came to you, what the gift was they gave you, what information they gave you about your soul's path, what can help you with letting go of. Just allow all that knowledge to come back to you. I met the earth dragons, which was nice. I was on top of a mountain. It was the earth dragons. And they gave me the gift of a orb. It's a beautiful orb, a healing orb. So I'm not sure what to do with that yet, but you know, I'll figure it out. The consciousness will come to me. So just allowing yourself to integrate all the changes, making sure you're grounded. We ask the dragons to put a beautiful cloak of protection around us, a vibrant cloak, a cloak that will elevate our consciousness and help us as we move forward in our soul freedom work. and I hope you've enjoyed working with the dragons today. Just a little taster. As I say, I do workshops every month with them. They really have transformed a lot of people's lives. People have requests to help sell their house, to meet new partners, to set up businesses, and they get the dragons in to shift everything that may be in the way of their experiences. So you can call the dragons in, for anything, and they'll come and assist you. But thank you, Marian, for inviting me to be part of this series. I don't know if you have any questions you want to ask at this point.
I'm not sure that I do. That was wonderful. I have a great affinity with the dragons, particularly working with the ley lines. I usually have messages coming through my dreams rather than on the spot, but it felt very freeing. Felt like the air and it's very apt talking about the cloak of invisibility going. That's this retreat is very much about becoming visible. That was interesting. I'm sure for a lot of people they will connect with that.
Good. Yeah, well, as I say, I just sit down and never know what I'm going to say when I start a workshop. I have a rough path for following, but I'm just a channel, and they wanted to bring that forward. That was the most supportive thing for everybody. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. dragonwisdomschool.org. Join the school. We'd love to have you. Join us on Facebook, the Dragon Wisdom School groups, with 1,500 members of that. You can post up your dragon experiences, you can share, you can meet other like-minded dragon healers. Sometimes they all organize to go off and do their own little dragon skull healing on different ley lines and things. So people all over the world are in that group, so feel free to just type in Dragon Wisdom School on Facebook, and that'll come up for you too. My email is info@elementalbeings.co.uk. Website for Elemental Beings is elementalbeings.co.uk, and yep, you'll get me as Alphedia Arara as well on Facebook. So yeah, thank you for the experience today.
Thank you. It's been brilliant. And your free gift is actually a dragon meditation, I believe.
That we're done. So there'll be just another one for you to help move you on your path and to connect with them. So hopefully you'll enjoy that as well.
Thank you to you and to the Dragon Realm, and thank you to our audience for listening.